So what is up, everyone? Today is Monday, February 9th. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I'm coming to the session with a pretty bearish bias. I say this for a couple of reasons. So I mean, if we first start on the daily, we're tapping into, delete this for a second. So we're tapping into this daily volume, this daily fair value gap right here, reacting off it pretty strongly. I was low-key thinking we might come up and tap into like this volume imbalance up here. But we never did that, and we're delivering down off this fair value gap. On the 4-hour as well, I feel like when you look at this gap we tapped into up here, we tapped into it and we're reacting very strongly off of it. I feel like when you zoom out, like we're moving a bearish 4-hour structure, even though like I feel like I was looking at this and thinking, did we shift structure here bullish? But like I don't think so, honestly. So on the 1 hour as well, like after we've tapped into this 4-hour gap, right? We are respecting these bearish 1 hour gaps. There's some very tiny 1 hour gap over here we created. We're probably going to inverse. So I feel like we're just moving in bearish order flow. So now I'm pretty bearish. And for bearish targets though, say good morning. How are you doing today? I'm good. How about you, Uber? Oh, and Peter said hello before stream. What's up, Peter? I'm doing pretty good though. I had a long weekend. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty bearish. For targets though, where I want to figure out real quick. I mean, there's this low from Friday, maybe. There's low-key stacked lows down here a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm looking for shorts most of the day. You said you do TIG? You said I'm doing good as well. I'm feeling kind of bullish today myself. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, if we start moving very bullish, I'll flip bias. But you said I do think, he said, sorry, mistyped. Now you're good. You said I do think that we will move higher if we respect the level where we are our end. Let me think. Where are we? I mean, we're sweeping out this low from, is this probably what? Is this London low? Nah, it's like the low after London, but we're sweeping out this low over here. Reacting off it very strongly, honestly. You said, I don't know if it's a 15-minute FVG. It's too small. No, there is. It's tapping into a gap. It's swept the low inside of a 15-minute gap. I mean, if it wants to react like this off its low, I mean, I kind of can't be like perma bearish, if that makes sense, but you said, what's good, Tim? What's your bias today? What's up, Kane? How are you? Right now, I'd say I'm pretty bearish, I think. I feel like higher time frame, we're just moving bearish, but I feel like we low-key, you could say we kind of shifted structure bullish. I'm just trying to figure out if it's a fake out or not. I feel like kind of like around where we are now. Like if, let's say, we start reacting to this low very strongly and like forming good bullish order flow, I flip bias, but we are reacting to this low pretty well. I feel like for me to stay bearish, we'd have to start moving down like right now and hold this SMT. You said the amount of clarity you get on the market when you don't trade for 2 weeks is insane. I guess what you feel like a fresh start, you think? That's good though. You said, yeah, I took 2 weeks off. That's what's up. I'm glad you feel like mentally rested. And honestly, with the way price action is, I wouldn't say you missed too much. Did Boomer-S platform? Why didn't TradeVate save my settings? You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really use TradeVate. There might be some profile. Not profile. I think there's some way to save your layout. I thought. I could be wrong, honestly. You said S&P. Yeah, I mean S&P's leading right now. I want to see if this S&P holds. It might not even hold. You should TradeVate spiking my courses all. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard to make a good futures trading platform. Right now, we're low-key just chop. Okay, well, there's the SMT disrespected. So honestly, at this point, I might lean... I'm probably gonna lean a little more bullish. So it's a no news Monday, so I don't have to worry about news today. So maybe like we can after we saw this low rate just start trending up, maybe open up a gap. I can get just like a 5 or 15 minute gap. I can get a trade out of there. I'm so tired. Oh, I feel like I'm always tired. These are relative equal highs we put in over here. You said, I don't know if it's me, but I can't see the new week opening gap. Well, I mean, I always just go to the 1 minute chart. I go all the way back. I don't know why I'm going so slow. So, I mean, I just go to the 1 minute chart and I'll just mark out the gap between the, that's not what I'm trying to do. Between the closing price on Friday and then the opening price on the Sunday open. I'm trying to think, did any of this get filled in yet? We filled in part. Oh no, we filled in all the new week opening gap. I probably should have known that, but yeah, we filled in all the new week opening gap. And those are no longer relative equal highs. So we're definitely trending up. I mean, at this point, I'm no longer bearish. I want to see like a 5 or a 15 minute fair value gap open up and get respected, and I'll take a trade off that, like a continuation. But Oh, this is... Did you guys see Top Step ran a Super Bowl ad? I don't watch Super Bowls. Oh, the Super Bowl, I should say. I don't watch football really. But I can't believe... And you know what I think's funny? Top Step recently raised their prices. So it's like, you're telling me you increase combine fees and you're using these funds to run a Super Bowl commercial? Like, how about you keep the prices the same and not run an ad at the $8 million? But whatever. What's up, KVN? How are you? But you said, You said any special plans for Valentine's? I'm sending my woman a potato as a joke. I hope you have an actual gift as like on the side, because if you just get her a potato, I think she's gonna be upset. But and is there like an inside joke with the potato, or you're just getting her a potato? Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up quick though. Oh shit, it really is coming up quick. It's like in 5 days. Yeah, I mean, I don't got any woman to get a gift for though. Besides my mom. You said I mean, honestly, this is an S&T that high. I was bearish originally. If we keep trending bullish, I might be bullish. I originally was bearish. Bro said, I hope your couch is really comfortable. That's pretty funny. Honestly, I feel like if we put in maybe an SMT at this high over here, because we already did that. If we hold this SMT, I might be a little bearish, but honestly, definitely if we break above this high, I definitely want to keep being bullish. What's up, Hirish? How are you? You said I'm full porting my account on Valentine's Day? Well, why are we full porting our account on Valentine's Day? Is that so you can feel something? You said I took that 1 minute inverse to those equal highs. Yo, what? Valentine's Day is Saturday? Oh, yo, it is. For some reason, I thought it was on a weekday. I guess bro's gonna open up a crypto leverage margin account. Or, what are those things called? I forget what they're called, but you know those places that give you like 100x leverage in crypto? I mean, I don't recommend those at all, but I feel like everyone that uses those ends up losing bread eventually, but... You said we got CPI on Friday? Unless I'm bugging, I thought it was on Wednesday. Did they change it? Unless I'm going crazy, I thought it used to be Wednesday. I guess CPI is on Friday. Interesting. Well, I'll be full porting CPI on Friday. Probably like the partial shutdown probably affected that. Is it full pour on live? Yeah, I'll live stream. I need to schedule the live stream. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm definitely bullish. I was thinking maybe that the SMT held, but No, I mean, so we're going to open up a 5-minute. We already did open up a 5-minute gap, actually. So now that we've opened up this 5-minute gap, if we pull back into this 5-minute and give me a clear reaction coming out of it, I would take a long toward like London highs. So there's my TPS. What's up, Dylan? Yeah, you know, I say full port, but I'm probably just gonna I know Top Step, I feel like they've been moving weird lately. I feel like they keep like I keep seeing them like they're like giving people like they're shutting down their accounts saying they're hedging. They're I feel like they're just doing a lot of weird things. So I'm probably gonna like half port if that makes sense. Like the max contracts is 2, so I'm probably just gonna do 1 contract so they don't give me a hard time. But I'll still just do like the regular like I'll put a buy stop and a sell stop 30 points in each direction on CPI. I like how Top Step makes you sign some new agreement too. I don't know if you guys saw that. I was watching some video on it. Here, see, I'm logging into Top Step just to look at something, and I guess they have like a new agreement. And I don't know how true this is, but I was watching some videos from some guy explaining that in the agreement they added a clause that wasn't there before that literally just says they can pretty much just like ban you at any point, just not pay you at any point, like with pretty much like no explanation, if that makes sense, like just under their discretion. I mean, honestly, I kind of thought that was in there already, if that makes sense. Oh, I guess TradingView's doing that thing again where I want to know why my TradingView always does this. You see, like there's just a candle missing on ES. It goes from 958 to 940. Are these equal highs up here? No, they're relative equal highs. I'm not gonna lie though, once I lose my Top Step accounts, I don't know if I'm ever gonna trade Top Step again, honestly, at the rate they're going. And honestly, I know I talk prop firms so much, but I was really thinking about over the weekend, like I wonder if Top Step, I wonder if they go bankrupt. Because like I feel like they're increasing prices, like I don't know. I feel like everyone's like hating on them right now. Yo, and so many firms are you said doubt it. They probably had to pay millions for that Super Bowl ad. Yeah, I think they had to pay like $8 million. I thought a Super Bowl ad was like $8 million. You said why are Top Step getting shit when I'm starting to get a little profitable? Yeah, I feel like, bro, I feel like I'm starting to get a little profitable, and then I feel like the market's just getting asked. Like price action. You said TPT the GOAT. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've never traded with TPT, but I kind of like Tradeify. They have like daily payouts, but they have like an end of day drawdown instead of intraday. The only thing is though, on the evaluation, it's like a 40% consistency rule, and the payout cap's like 1K on the 50K. But you said, oh yeah. Also, I saw where Top Step added a new payout method. Is there a way you can explain that? I mean, yeah, it's just, I feel like they try to make it like it's an advantage for the trader, but honestly, I don't think it's an advantage for the trader. Like, I would still pick the legacy, the old method. So essentially, if you, instead of getting a payout every like 5 days, because like theoretically, you could get a payout every 5 days now, because as long as you have 5 winning days of 150 or more. But the other thing is, if you do the other route, the consistency rule. So let's say if I make 1,000 one day, I make 1,000 one day, I make 1,000 another day, right? So if we look at my total profits in that period, my biggest day accounts for less than 40% of my total profits, because 3 days, 1K a day is 3K. So when you take your biggest day and divide it by your total profit, so $1,000 is my biggest day, $3,000 total profit, so 1 divided by 3 is 33%. So the 33% is under 50%, I'm sorry, it's under a 40% consistency rule, I'm sorry. So you need to keep making money, so essentially your biggest day accounts for less than 40% of your total profit. But honestly, me personally, I think it's a lot better to have no consistency. I'd rather have a couple more winning days. Like, 'cause the thing is, I can do like a 1-to-1 risking 150 and just blindly take a long every day. And I can get some winning days, you know what I mean? You said trade day, no consistency and funded daily payouts, and no end of day drawdown. Honestly, sounds pretty good. I think, don't they only, is it them that only allows like 1 account or something? They might have changed that. I thought a long time ago they used to only allow 1 account. I don't really know, honestly. You said, should I risk 1/4% unfunded or 0.5%? I'm still trying to decide with Alpha 05 winning days to get a payout. I mean, I'm trying to think. What's I'm trying to remember in real numbers. What 1/4% is? Is a 0.5% is 250. I'd say do 200 or 250. I'm pretty sure that's like in between there. I'm pretty sure. This is what 250 is a 0.5%. Yeah, I'd say like, you could do like maybe 200 maybe. Or 250. Whichever one sounds better to you, honestly. Because I was thinking, what, in terms of breathing room, if you do 250, that gives you 8 trades of breathing room. And if you do 200, it's 10 trades of breathing room. You said, I don't know, I'm kind of bad at math. Well, I mean, just think, do you want 10 trades of breathing room or do you want 8? Because if you want 10 trades of breathing room, we can lose. And I mean, it is like an end of day drawdown though, if you know what I mean. So you got to keep that in mind. But you said I'll do 250 for a 1 to 2 RR. That's not bad. You still win 500 per trade, which is like a full percent. So we did tap into this unfilled 5-minute gap down here. So it's now a filled gap, but since it's a 5-minute gap, so I want to see us react out of this gap. Give me some long. So I feel like we're trending toward London highs right now. So maybe this 2-minute gap with the highest time frame. The only thing is that kind of kills the break-even point. You know what I mean? I feel like, oof. I can barely get a 1-to-1 at London. So I feel like we switched the momentum. What? You say like it was moving bearish and now it's moved bullish, you think? Or you think it was moving bullish, now it moves bearish? I think, me personally, the way I'm leaning right now, I think this is a pullback in a bullish trend. If I had to guess. I low-key, I don't think I'm going to get it. I really hope that we can open up like a 3-minute gap so my break-even point's better. But nah. You said now bearish. Honestly, I mean, like for me, I feel like the main thing right now is like this 5-minute gap's kind of like a condition for me. Where like if this 5-minute gap holds and I get like lower time frame confirmation, we're coming out of this, like I'll stay bullish. But like for example though, honestly, if we invert this 5-minute gap right here, I'm gonna flip bias back to bearish. So I feel like if we were going to be bullish, like there's no reason this gap should get disrespected. So look how we respected the 1 hour. I mean, yeah, we swept the low inside the 1 hour. So I should be ready in case I don't think I'm going to get this, but if we close to this 2 minute, I might consider this inverse, only if I get like a perfect close. How many points for stop loss is this? This is crazy. 75 points. So right now, at least, is 2 minutes the highest time frame gap. You know, if I had to guess, I feel like we're going to come close to this 2 minute. Like, obviously, I need to wait for confirmation, but the only thing that really like is going to mess this setup up is I'm going break even so quick. But hopefully, I feel like London highs are pretty close. Hopefully, like if we do close up here, maybe we can just flush through the break even point right to London highs, and I can get some room. But so let's see where this. We got a minute until this candle closes, like a minute and 15 seconds. Yeah, exactly 1 minute till this candle closes. Honestly, so if this candle closes through this 1 minute gap, I'm probably going to try a long. I feel like it's so cold in my house. And I'm too lazy to get up and turn the heat up. So, I mean, we're respecting this gap, which is fine with me, honestly. Maybe we can even come and re-sweep this low and give me a better entry. Which, like, I'd be fine with that, I mean. You said I would love to see it chop around there, re-sweep the lows, and give us an entry for longs there. I love my re-sweeps. I mean, yeah, honestly, I feel like trades that have a re-sweep are better. Because I feel like every time you take a trade without a re-sweep, there's always the chance that you could get, like, swept before it goes your way. But I feel like it's rare that it, like, double re-sweeps, if that makes sense. Like, once we get the first sweep, it's like, now we're probably going to deliver. And I feel like, honestly, setups that have a sweep before delivery, I feel like they deliver faster, if that makes sense. You said I took that long out of the 1 minute gap. I usually don't like trading out 1 minute gaps since they hardly hold, but price was just so bullish. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I see a lot of people taking that 1 minute inverse. That was honestly a pretty good close too on that candle. I kind of also didn't like the stop on that, but I could have gotten a 1-to-1 up there, even with the wide stop. That wasn't a bad long though. You took no. Someone else. HK Trade said he took it long, like off this 1 minute. I feel like I saw, and obviously, I'm sure Dodgy takes everything. I know Dodgy took this one too. I feel like me personally, one thing I didn't like about that though, I feel like I'd really call this the internal high up here, and I feel like the internal high kind of got taken. If that makes sense. But I haven't taken any trades so far today. I low-key, if I get a good close, I would need like this candle right here to just shoot up though for me to take this. It honestly was a nice. I mean, yeah, I feel like price is delivering good for a known as Monday. I feel like sometimes I'll say that though at like 10 a.m. and then like it'll just chop for the rest of like the AM session, but it's getting a little choppy right around here. I mean, so we had 10 a.m. open, what, a minute ago? Ooh, I didn't even realize this. So at 10 a.m. we opened up a 15-minute gap below. So honestly, I don't know if I'll necessarily get the retracement, but I would love to get a pullback into that 15-minute gap. Take a long off that. Damn, over here, definitely got choppy for a bit though. I mean, this is like an accumulation, right? Accumulation over here. Then hopefully we can have... What's what I'm looking for, right? Accumulation. We can have a manipulation down, right? Below 10 a.m. open. Tap into a 15-minute gap. Come up here. That would be a nice long. It looks like we might come down to this 15-minute gap. You said I'd love to see if we sweep the low inside the 5-minute. I mean, yeah, if we sweep the low inside the 5-minute too, it's the unfilled 15-minute gap. Like, honestly, even if we come and sweep this low and only give me a 30-second entry, I'll take a 30-second off that. I'm hoping we open up a 1 minute, though. I'd prefer to see, like, a 1 minute open up somewhere here. The break-even point would be so beautiful if I can get a 1 minute. I like how there's, like, no gaps up here, too. It's kind of nice. Said, yo, man, how's it going? Pretty good. How about you, Pillow? I actually went to, you said 50% of 5 minute? Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things. I would love to see a pullback down here. We're just chopping, though. What are these candles? But I went to a rave this weekend. I don't go to those very often, but it was interesting. I was out until like 5 in the morning. It started at like 10 and we got there at like 11, I want to say. And it went until like 5 in the morning. Interesting time. I mean, I really didn't. This time I definitely didn't. I feel like I don't really do that. I feel like everyone always assumes though when you do that, you do that. If that makes sense. I had a very small amount of that. Honestly, I'm not even the biggest fan of that, to be honest, though. I feel like if I'm going to do something like that, I feel like I prefer other things. Honestly, even if we close through this 2-minute, I do not want to take this long. I feel like I feel like it took too long to close through this. And there's also the unfilled 15-minute gap below. I really want to see the 15-minute get traded too. Interesting. So I mean, we did close through this 2-minute. I'm probably not gonna take this. I mean, I'm not gonna take this. I don't know why I said probably. I'm not taking this, but I feel like the break even point's way too close, and like your stop loss is like an unfilled 15-minute gap, or close to. I wonder if this would have break even me. Would it have hit me at break even? I traded gold last night too. Honestly, gold trading last night went pretty well. I took like some 5-minute inversion last night. I hit take profit on my gold trade finally. I feel like gold's been like playing with me lately since I started trading it. I'm only like, I have an evaluation I'm only trading gold on. I want to get a payout from it. I'm like barely up on the evaluation. I'm up like 500, I want to say. Oh, I feel like this 4-hour candle needed more of a wick. I feel like we need to manipulate further down below 10 a.m. We just like barely went below 10 a.m. and manipulated into literally nothing. Looks like we're probably going to take London high any second now. It would be cool if we could leave behind London highs. Honestly, even if we pull back to some like 5-minute down here, I honestly might take a long off that just because I feel like if we edge London highs, like we're obviously going to hit London highs. Like, so I'd be okay with taking a pullback and then a long toward London highs, but oh, and I guess this weekend was a good weekend to not be a sports fan. I guess I heard the Super Bowl was pretty boring or like not good. Like I don't really watch sports at all, but I think it's funny though. I'd be seeing like day traders. They'd be like betting on sports. So I'm like, aren't you guys tired of like you day trade, so you risk your money on trading. Now you're going and doing like sports betting. Like aren't you guys tired of this? I personally don't like seeing my money fluctuate all day long, every day. So hopefully we're opening up this 5-minute gap now. I really want to see us pull back into this 5-minute gap. Give a reaction out of it. He said no offense watching sports kind of. I mean, Honestly, too, I remember I saw this one video that I'll never forget about why guys like sports. Like, cause I don't like sports at all. And like, I'm not meaning to offend anyone, but I remember they were saying though that like, the reason guys like sports so much is because like back in the olden days, there used to be like tribes of men, you know what I mean? Like they'd have like packs or whatever, and like we'd move as tribes and all that. So you can feel like you're part of a team, like in like a battle setting, if you know what I mean, right? So I feel like in modern day, we don't really get to experience that. Like you're part of a team, like competing for some prize or whatever, right? If you know what I mean. So it's like that's their way of feeling like they're part of a team or something, or like that's how they get their like their evolutionary urge to compete as a team and like battle, if that makes sense. I might not have explained it the best, but you know what I mean. You said, I mean, they have to keep risk management and patience strong during day trading. They can finally reach their inner demons with sports betting, gambling. I mean, yeah, but then what do you do? Make all your money being disciplined trading and then just gamble away your profits? Like, it's like, yeah, I'll be disciplined and I'll use the money from my discipline to be undisciplined. I don't know. I mean, I do know there are some people that are good at sports betting, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan. You said competing while yelling from a couch at the TV with double chins, but I get your point. Yeah, I feel like, yo, like my dad though, bro, my dad watches like sports games and dude, like sometimes when he gets so into it, he said I've been a profitable sports bettor for 3 years. I mean, honestly, I don't even know sports about much, like in general, so I don't really know about too much. But I mean, if I had to guess, I'd assume that sports betting is similar to trading, where like there is a percentage of people that's profitable, but I feel like it can't be that high. If I had to guess, I feel like I mean some people do know the game in and out, like who's gonna. Oh my god, I'm getting so excited though. We edged London highs and we're pulling back. Can we please pull back into this 5-minute? Honestly, like, I feel like, and like, honestly, like, you can watch sports, but I feel like one thing I really have no toleration for, not no toleration, but I guess I just I don't like, is I feel like if you like have like a family or something, or like you're just like doing nothing with your life, you know what I mean? Like you have people like that you should be working for and you're just doing nothing. I feel like I always hate seeing that. Like like it's one thing if you get your shit done and watch sports at night, but I feel like if you're just like watching sports all day long and you have nothing going for you, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Bro said I'll apply for a McDonald's position if I don't take a trade this week. Bro, let me know which location you apply at. I'm looking for McDonald's is hiring too. Oh, can we? I was hoping we could pull back further because I really want to take a long toward London highs. And I know we make jokes about McDonald's, but I feel like McDonald's actually low key pays decent compared to like, because I think that at least, well, I live in New York, and I know for some reason like the fast food minimum wage is like so high. I guess because it's hard to work in fast food. I don't know. I want to Google how much a McDonald's worker makes in New York. That's actually less than, well, it says as of January 1st, 2026, this is the minimum wage for fast food workers, but it's $17 an hour, which I feel like in the US is like, it's low-key kind of decent. I mean, starting at 17 minimum. Oh, I guess is that for New York City, Law, and the Westchester, though? I guess the rest of the state's 16. That's not that much money, honestly. I think... How much does McDonald's pay? Why am I looking up how much McDonald's pays on stream? Is stream really going this bad? You said 17 is low-key a lot to be in the US. Yeah, you said, dang it, it's 7.25 in Texas. Damn, for like actual minimum wage? I know like over here, the minimum wage for servers is like 7 something. I'm pretty sure. You said price action's cooked, but McDonald's low-key cooking more. I mean, yeah, like we took out London highs, but like, huh? Maybe we can open up a 15-minute gap over here, maybe as we're trending up, and retrade into there and react out of there. But I'm mostly looking for a pullback for longs. I just hated that we didn't. I really wish at 10 a.m. we came down into this 15-minute gap down here, so I could have taken longs. Like that would have been like clear, but. Yeah, I'm looking on it while I'm looking on Indeed. Yeah, I guess it says the average salary for McDonald's workers is $16.49 in New York, but it can be as high as $24.75. You said ES hasn't taken London. I mean, yeah, that is true, but I feel like right now, I feel like we're moving pretty clearly bullish. So I feel like I don't really look at bearish SMTs too much when we're moving clearly bullish. If that makes sense. But yeah. So price action is so cooked. So I'll let you guys see this now. I mean, I'm just gonna put this on the screen for a second to joke with you guys. But look what I'm looking at on my second screen. Flexible scheduling with a side of always feeling valued. Find your job combo. All right, they put that word. I can't do this anymore. They said the J word. Oh, but you know, speaking of actual trading related stuff, I guess I feel like I always talk about prop firm news. I feel like I always be talking about prop firm news, but I guess I don't know if you guys heard. So I know Top Step, they're low key to a point banning metals, like they're putting heavy restrictions. And I know I'm pretty sure on fresh funded accounts you can't trade gold or metals at all. You need to first build like a $1,500 balance, then you can trade like one contract of gold or some bullshit like that. But I know Alpha put a scaling plan for metals too. I think you could only trade up to like 5 contracts. I forget what they did. I know my funded futures put rule restrictions on gold. But one thing I like is, I don't know if you guys know Tradeify. I was talking with them kind of recently. Tradeify literally said that gold traders are welcome there. So looks like I'll be trading with Tradeify for gold accounts. They actually made this video. I wonder, can I show this on? I don't see why I couldn't show it on stream. I won't show the whole thing, so I don't know what I can and can't show on stream. But I'll show you guys. I'll just scroll through it so you guys can see. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with Brett Simba. It's like the CEO of Tradeify. Honestly, I've been following this dude for a minute though. I feel like when I first got into trading, I low-key used to watch his videos a bit. But here, you guys should be able to see this, right? So like, see, it says run into a similar situation with your ex. No worries over here at Tradeify. We allow full cons on metals. So this is some AI thing where it's like, he's saying like, oh, well, I want to trade metals. And they're saying, oh, it's for the best. You can't trade metals anymore. Go to Nasdaq. And it's like at the end, it's some ad for Tradeify where it says gold traders welcome. I thought it was really interesting, honestly. Because I feel like every other prop firm, like all the big ones like Top Step, My Fund Futures, Alpha, they're all placing restrictions on gold. I feel like the only ones left standing are Lucid and like Tradeify. He said nah. Yeah, that's so funny though. And like, oh, and they actually low-key threw some shade at Top Step in that video. Cause they were like, he was like, I have a problem with this. You can't restrict me from trading metals or something like that. And then the woman was like, oh, well, you can speak to my support agent. We'll just get back to you in 7 to 14 business days. And I know for a fact, they didn't say anyone's name, but like, I feel like you guys know who takes 7 to 14 business days to get back to you on support tickets. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever contacted Top Step support, but Top Step support's cooked. I mean, I know I probably shouldn't say bad things about a prop firm. And I mean, they do. I'm always afraid of getting sued. They do have Windy, the AI agent, which sometimes can help with easy issues. But like, I mean, I feel like it's just the truth. Top Step be taking a hot minute to respond. You said any trades thus far? Nah, I haven't found anything thus far. I mean, I didn't take anything. I know there was some 1 minute some people took, like this 1 minute gap down here. Me personally, I feel like it wasn't as clean as I'd like it to be. I know some people would say this is like blatantly clean, but I don't know. I don't like how we took this internal high over here. I know this might sound stupid, but there's also this tiny 1 minute gap over here that we didn't invert, and like, I don't know. And at that current moment in time, I was saying I was bearish. But looks like we're about to take Asia high on ES. Oh, and I feel like I always tell you, one other story I have. I feel like I was telling you guys stories about my life. This morning, my life's usually not this eventful, by the way. But this morning I went to the gym and I finished up at the gym. Funny enough, so I didn't even hit legs. That'll be relevant later. So I did a chest workout, right? So I'm coming down the stairs, like after I've literally finished up with everything. And imagine there's like 2 staircases, like one is busy and one's not. I just happened to take the not busy one. And I went on my phone for a second to, I can like remote start my car. I was like, oh, it's cold out. I should start my car. So I take out my phone. I missed the step in front of me. Luckily, there were only like 2 or 3 more steps in front of me. But I like fell like down the stairs at the gym. And, I like landed on my knees perfectly, if that makes sense. And then like someone was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But honestly, I'm fine physically. I feel like I'm more embarrassed that I fell down the stairs of the gym. I don't know. Like, I know people don't think like this, but I'm like, yo, I wonder if these people are gonna think like, yo, that's that dumbass that fell on the stairs the other day. Yeah, I feel like I haven't fallen down stairs in like years though. Especially sober. You said same, I'd be getting embarrassed, so I understand. Yeah, I thought it was funny too. I remember when the person came to check on me, my first reaction, like I probably should have said thank you for checking on me. My first reaction was to say sorry. So we didn't hit Asia high, which is cool. There's no 5-minute gap here. Honestly, if we could retrace into this 15-minute gap we're going to open up before we take out Asia high, that might be a good long to Asia high. I mean, yeah, ES did take Asia high, but like, I feel like we're moving kind of bullish. Oh no. I get alerts from my Discord when anyone joins that they have a recently opened account. It's probably a bot. There's so many bots in my Discord. I'm just waiting for him to change his name to TimB27222. So I gotta ban him. Ugh. I have something on my Discord that notifies me when people change their name, though. I mean, I don't know if it's the best idea to say this on stream, but honestly, it's funny. Like, I'll see someone change their name to TimB272. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna ban you instantly. Like. And, there's another weird scam. I probably taught this once before. Maybe my memory sucks, but there's also people that come in my Discord and they act like they're giving away a MacBook, and they're like, oh, like I want to give this away to a trader so they can use it better than me. But they'll always say you have to be in the US or Canada. And like they say, I'm pretty sure they just say you got to pay shipping, but I'm assuming they probably just take your money for the shipping and don't ship it to you. That's what I assume happens. I'm not up to date with the recent scams. Looks like we're not going to open up this 15-minute, though, I don't think. If I had to guess. Because we still have 5 minutes until this 15-minute would open up. So even if we don't open up this 15-minute, maybe we can trade down into, like, there's 2 5-minute gaps over here. So maybe we can trade into that, and maybe I could take a long out of there. Only with confirmation, obviously, but... You know, so this is random, but you know, I feel like I was been scrolling through Instagram stories to see what trades he'll take, and I always wonder, like, I'm sure you guys see those people that like they show positions where it's like I entered here, my stop loss was here, and they're up like 20R. I'm like, dude, was your stop loss actually there when you entered, or like did you trail your stop for this picture? If that makes sense. I be seeing, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like standard deviations. I be seeing people that say they trade standard deviations hitting like 1 to 20 RRs like consistently. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I don't know if this is random. I don't know if you guys know Quads. Yeah, I feel like he used to be like a fitness influencer, but he's been day trading. He's been making bread day trading, it looks like. I know he bought like a M3 or M4, one of the two. You said anyone who would be doing that consistently would probably be a billionaire. Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking about, like, when I see someone hitting like 1 to 20 RRs, it's like, okay, well, if you can consistently do this, like, you should be making millions from prop firms. Like, I mean, I know you take some losses and all, but like if you're trading 1 to 20 RR, even if you have like a 5% win rate, you're probably still profitable. Or maybe right over 5 is 6%. But it looks like, so we're pulling back into this 5-minute gap right here. So now I'm probably looking for longs out of this 5-minute. And I still have us tap into it. We haven't tapped into it just yet, but I wonder what the highest time frame gap's going to be here. I hope it's not this 4-minute. So we have tapped into this 5-minute gap. That is, honestly though, the only thing I don't like, I feel like that is a pretty clear SMT at Asia highs. Like, we are in bullish order flow, but I really don't like it. I feel like we perfectly took out Asia highs on ES. We're reacting pretty strongly off of it, but you said I'm honestly feeling like we're reversing this time around. I mean, yeah, I feel like I want to be bullish, but like, there's the SMT at Asia high, which makes me question being bullish. And I feel like with how clear it is, I don't like that. And I was thinking, like, I was gonna think, oh well, maybe I could make like these 5-minute gaps as my condition. So I'm longing off this. I mean, yeah, we're currently trending in bullish order flow, but the only thing I was thinking though, like, I could use it as a condition, but I can't really use these 5-minute gaps as a condition, because like, even if we invert this gap, we're probably gonna come down to this 15-minute gap down here. We could remain bullish off this 15, but I'm probably asking for too much. But if we can open up like a 5-minute gap over here, I feel like that would give me a lot of clarity, but we're probably not going to do that. Looks like we're starting to react out of this gap now. A little bit. Okay, so we're getting serious reaction up right now. So the 3 minute is looking like it's going to be the highest time frame gap in this leg. If I took this, I just go for a 1-to-1 because we're low-key a little overextended at this point. I never posted. I just remembered something I forgot to do. I'll think about that later. So the only thing is this trade might just hit the break-even point really quick, I feel like. To targeting Asia. Honestly, not bad. That trade might play out pretty good. Oh my god, this thing's running. So I might not even be able to get an entry because it might take my break-even point really early. Oh, my monitor is going to freeze for a second. Yeah, so I mean, ES took the high already. So honestly, I really can't take this. I would have wanted to be break even here, I want to say. I'm not saying it's a bad setup or anything, but I would have wanted to be break even around here. This candle's even starting to wick down a little bit. Maybe not. You said it's critical stop loss at break even because I don't trust this that much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just saying, honestly, if I was in that, I would have been break even. Cause I know, like, I feel like we're trending so bullish, but I feel like SMTs can, like, sometimes they can come out of nowhere and mess me up. You said I took the 935 IFVG. I got stopped out at 1,070 profit. Should have been at. Well, I guess at least if you paper trade, it's not like you missed out on money, which is what's up. What that was probably the 1 minute IFVG, I assume. I feel like everyone took. Yeah, 935. Yeah, that honestly wasn't that bad of a trade. I feel like it's not my style, but I definitely understand why people took it. Is there a 5 minute gap here that I missed? I don't think. Maybe? Well, I feel like it's so small, basically. Even if there's one, it means nothing. What? 1, 3... Oh, yeah, there is like a 3-tick gap I missed. I mean, regardless, I still wouldn't be taking this because I feel like ES is too high up. You said I feel like I only took it because it's Monday and my fingers just want me to be in a trade. I mean, I get the feeling, but don't try to come into the market with the mindset that you like need to be in a trade. I feel like sometimes you'd be forcing bad trades and you regret it. Like, I know from experience, I'm saying, like, but from my experience. You said GG, I closed sooner, I'm good. Honestly, that's what's up. Because, like, don't get me wrong, this thing could hit. But I feel like you're up. You said that'll make me unprofitable, probably. I mean, yeah, over the longer scale, yeah. So I feel like it works out a couple times, but then, like, it doesn't work out. And, like, then you sit there and regret. Honestly, I know this might sound like a weird thing to do, but sometimes, like, before I enter a trade, I think to myself, if this trade loses, would I be mad at myself? So I feel like it filters out bad trades, though, because I feel like Like, when I take a really good trade, I can ask myself that question and be like, nah, like, honestly, this thing can lose and I'll sleep like a baby tonight. But, like, there's certain trades, though, where I'm like, there's too much stuff going against me. I'm not too confident in this. I wonder how I actually did not trade the weather model today. Oh, I bet it probably would have won, wouldn't it? Oh no, it would have stopped me out. Damn, I would have been pissed if I traded the weather model today. I wonder if it would have perfectly stopped me out. It probably would have. Looks like we're about to take Asia high. I'm missing a candle again. I love that. I feel like the amount of times my candles just disappear keeps increasing. You said I took that long on a break even now? It's not bad. I'm assuming, what, the 3-minute long? Maybe 5-minute? You said I went long and couldn't set TP or stop loss, so I panic sold. Bro, trade is my worst enemy. I mean, how couldn't you figure out how to set take profit and stop loss? So the 3-minute, yeah, the 3-minute wasn't bad, honestly. But like, you can't just drag like your position. You gotta you right click and you can hit buy and sell stop. I mean, buy limit, sell stop, whatever. I can show you on Trade Evade if you want. Honestly, at this point, I feel like we're trending toward this volume imbalance on the daily at this point, honestly. That I couldn't understand Trade Evade, that's why I connect through TradingView. I mean, yeah, I think it's better to trade through TradingView, honestly. You said that would have been a good trade, bro. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that the 3-minute. Why does it look so weird to me? Am I bugging? Oh, yeah, never mind. He said, fuck Top Step, it's all Top Step's fault. Why'd they take off Project X? Yeah, I don't know, because they're greedy. Honestly, I'm basically almost done with Top Step. I still have those 5 Express Funded accounts I want to full port on news, CPI. Besides that, though, I mean, this 3-minute is running, I think. I wonder, even if I like to give wide stops, I wonder how far away a 1-to-1 is, though. Is the 1-to-1 that volume imbalance? No. Volume imbalance is far away. I mean, honestly, I could look for another long, because we're probably going to open up. I just hate taking longs that's overextended, but if I can get a clear inversion coming out of this 5-minute gap, we're going to open up in 15 seconds. Might try that, but can you come down first, please? You said sucks because Alpha Future is not available in my country. I think I'll go with Funded Next. I think Funded Next is solid. I mean, I haven't heard too much about them, but you said unfortunately they're the only ones available to a handful of traders now. So we might pull back into that 5 minute I wanted. Hopefully. What's up, GC Trading Systems? How are you? Did any trades? No, not yet. I'm looking for a retracement for longs right now. I feel like, honestly, it's been good price action for known as Monday, though, to be honest. You should definitely. I've watched potential setups. I was thinking, two setup potential setups. I was thinking I'll play out. Yeah, I feel like honestly, for a no news Monday, this really isn't bad. It's kind of not giving me the pullbacks I want, but it's not even like ES tapped into this 5 minute gap either. Oh, we never pulled back to that 5-minute gap. Yo, did you take any trades today? No, I haven't taken any trades today so far. What's up? What's up, me time? How are you? I know a bunch of people took, like, there's some 1 minute I could have taken down here. It's an interesting message on Kick. But, I mean, yeah, I didn't take anything, though. I know some people took this long over here. I feel like it doesn't meet my rules 100%, though. You said good thought we all ate today. How's you? Can't complain. I know, we pulled back into a 5-minute gap somewhere. We had the 3-minute inversion. Kind of, I didn't like that ES took the high already. I wonder what percentage of people that come in here and message me on Kick are like actual humans and not bots. But they're always bots on Kick. I wonder why that is. It's looking like ES actually might come down and tap into the 5-minute gap. You said I'm not liking the fact that it's respecting the 15-minute bearish FVG. I'm hoping it'll ride straight through it. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm not too concerned about this 15-minute gap over here, to be honest. I feel like it might temporarily hold for a bit, but like, I feel like we're trending for like these other highs up here. So we retraced to the 4-hour IFVG, plus we broke structure, so I saw price rejecting break of structure on 2-minute plus 1-minute IFVG. So that's what's up. I'm low-key surprised we're going up like this because ES edged this 5-minute gap. Like, ES didn't even pull back into this 5-minute gap. You said, plus after we talked, I backtested the weekend, added a bit of my own personality to my strategy thanks to the advice. Yeah, of course. I'm glad it benefited you. You know, we're starting to go right through this 15-minute gap. So maybe even like if we can open up like a 5-minute gap over here, if we can retrace into there and give me a long out of there, I'd take that. There is an SMT at this high all the way up here externally, but We're starting to pull back a bit. Maybe we can actually get a pullback into like a 5-minute gap, maybe. Still not a 15-minute, right? I mean, if we were to open up this 15-minute, I gotta wait like 8 minutes though. I wonder if we're even going to open up this 5-minute gap here. Like up here. Because this one will open up like, what, a minute and a half? Only $89 a day won't qualify for a pay. I mean, you're good. I mean, I feel like you're probably going to get your winning days before you get the amount you want to request. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I rarely get winning days before I get the balance. I'm sorry. I rarely get the reverse that. I feel like I always get the balance, the winning days first, then I get the balance I need after, if that makes sense. So we are going to open up yet another 5-minute gap over here. So maybe, I mean, we can pull back into this one, give a reaction out of there. Because honestly, at this point, I feel like on the higher time frame, I feel like we're trending toward this. You said at least it's not a loss. I'm grateful for that. I mean, that's true. Green is always good. Oh, we actually, you know, we might actually open up a tiny 15-minute gap. If we can open up that 15-minute gap, I really want to see that get traded too, honestly. I feel like these might be one of these days I just don't get the retracement I want. But we'll see. I still got what? It's already 10:56. Because, I mean, if I can't find anything by 11:10, I'll just call it. But You said it right. TP1 at 1-to-1. Thinking about leaving a runner for that high potentially. Try my stop. That's what's up. You said not gonna lie. In prop firm perspective, alpha is that one gorgeous girl. They just give that aura. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. I do think alpha is like the more like well-rounded or like polished, I guess, prop firms. They like hold themselves to a high standard. Oh, we're probably gonna hit this high. You should toss up that rich kid with a big ass ego. Yeah, I don't know if it was true or not, but I heard someone saying that Michael Patek became like a billionaire recently or something like that, like the CEO of Top Step. Like, I don't know if it's true or not. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, bro is becoming a billionaire off our eval fees. Like, he said Apex is just, well, Apex. Yeah, Apex is different. I am not the biggest fan of Apex. And you know, one of the reasons I feel like I would never promote Apex is because I feel like I don't want to deal with people like coming to me and being like, oh, you know, I used your code. Like, I'm a loyal supporter. Like, and I tried to get a payout from Apex and they denied me. It's like, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, and like, I feel like with Apex, like, I feel like that's like a higher risk. Like, if I refer someone to Alpha, I'm not really afraid Alpha is going to deny a payout. But like Apex, I mean, I don't know. They might. I mean, Alpha will deny your payout if you like literally break their rules, but so it's gonna be 11. This is like my last hope for a trade, pretty much. And maybe 11 a.m. can manipulate down, and I can get like a good continuation, maybe. But we'll see. We have 11 a.m. open in like 30 seconds. You said it right. I got stopped out at 1-1 with my trailing. Definitely not bad today. Yeah, that was good stuff, Uber. Sounds like you did great today. So, I mean, there's the 11 a.m. open. I'm hoping maybe it can, like, come down. Give me an inversion coming up. But, I mean, if it hits 11:10, I'm just going to call it. We are getting pretty close to this higher time frame draw, but it was SMT'd. So... You said just shared the trade on the Discord. I'm gonna try to make sure I post when I lose as well. That's what's up. I always respect when people post their losses, honestly. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it after. Since 11 a.m., we've done nothing but chop so far. I didn't even select the right candle for the 11 a.m. open. I'm bugging. This is the 11 a.m. open. He said, my strategy rule says no photos, so sorry you can't share it. You're good. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I feel like my last shot on getting an entry is if maybe we open up like this 5-minute gap over here, we tap into it and immediately give me like an inversion coming out of there. Because there is still a draw above. Like, I know we are pretty we're overextended, but like there is this like draw up here. I feel like it's pretty obvious we're going toward. But it is SMT'd though, that's the only thing. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I think we built up some low resistance liquidity over here. You said this trade finally got me out of negative balance on my XFA. It does feel good to finally be in a positive balance again. That's what's up. Happy for you, Uber. You said, thanks, man. Probably couldn't have done it without you. Your patience pays. Well, I appreciate that, Uber. I'm glad I could have a positive impact on you. Oh, we only have like 4 minutes left. Honestly, if I don't get an entry next like 4 minutes, I'm probably just calling it. So this is exactly what I want to see. So we've came below 11 a.m. open. We're tapping into this 5-minute gap I want to see get tapped into. We have, low key, we have like low resistance liquidity up at all these highs. I feel like there's just so many stacked highs over here. Let's see. So the highest time frame gap in the current leg, it could be this 30-second maybe. A 13-point stop? That's crazy. Oh, we're not even going to open up a 30-second gap. That's cool. Hey guys, make sure to like his stream. It helps him out. Appreciate you, Uber. I would never do this, but you know, maybe I should have taken this 15-second inversion over here. And I'm joking. I would never trade the 15-second chart. The 30 seconds is as low as I'll go, honestly. I think this 15-second might have worked out, honestly. Maybe not. You know, I know I can't judge my results based off another trader, but it low-key makes me feel a little better that, I don't know if you guys know PB Blake. Like, I look up to him a lot, but he didn't take any trades today either. So I feel like I keep looking and seeing, like, everyone's taking all these trades, and I'm like, I don't know. I didn't see anything that aligned too well with my model. Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting a trade today, so I'll do a breakdown of everything that happened today, though. So I'll just clear my drawings first. I guess I'll break down I took a trade on gold last night, too. I'll break that down as well. But I'll start with NQ. So, start in the daily. So on the daily time frame, honestly, the way I was thinking why I was saying I'm bearish was I thought we might need to come down here and hit, like, this low over here. And it's not like ES or NQ hit that low. I know my face is probably in the way, but ES never took this low, NQ never took the low. So I thought, okay, the way I was viewing this is we're going to come inside this daily fair value gap right here, and we'd respect this daily fair value gap and trade to that low. And maybe once we swept this low over here, we could start moving bullish. That was at least my idea. I mean, I was proven wrong, but I also was marking out there's this volume imbalance up here where it's essentially a gap where neither the candle bodies touch, right? So that's like a daily volume imbalance up here. I mean, we could react off that and move bearish too. I mean, like, I don't know, but on the 4 hour, another reason I was thinking we were bearish was you can see we tapped into this bearish 4 hour gap over here. And at the point of market open, we were kind of respecting it, right? And then, even the 1 hour, I feel like we were like inversing 1 hour gaps. So I was thinking, you know what? Like, we were respecting a bearish 4 hour, inverting a bullish 1 hour. I thought we were starting to shift structure, like, back to bearish. So like, I was pretty much going back and forth in my head a little bit though, because I was saying, like, if we look at these highs kind of over here, like, we did shift above all these highs. So like, that is a bullish market structure shift. But I feel like there are fake outs, if you know what I mean. So I was going back and forth about, like, is this a real market structure shift or is it just a fake out, right? Like a fake out to continue bearish. So that's why I said it was bearish. I thought it was a fake out, but I kind of was proven wrong pretty quickly. I feel like one of the main things that made me start saying, okay, I'm definitely wrong, was there was, oh no, it's down here. You said PM trader is going to eat. Yeah, I feel like when AM session's asked though, PM session is nice. But so we had this 15-minute gap over here. So we put in this low. It was like right after London session, like sometime overnight, right? So we pretty much swept the overnight lows. We didn't even go very far past them. Very clean reaction off them. So we're sweeping a low inside of a 15-minute gap. And this 1 minute actually happened to be the highest time frame gap in the current leg. So the only thing is, I like going break even at the most recent internal high or low. And at least the way I would have viewed this price leg is I would have said, like, this high up here is the most recent internal high. So I should have been break even there. But by the time it closed, like, it had already taken my break even point. And like, why I say that, like, I was talking about this before where, like, there's a different gap over here. So it's like, when you're taking this 1 minute inversion, I feel like not many people talk about, like, you're still betting this other 1 minute inversion over here is going to fail. If that makes sense. And it's like, we've already taken the internal high in here. So I wasn't really confident in this, honestly. And like, me personally, if I did take it, I would have given it breathing room to like down here. I would have went for like 1-to-1 at like what Asia highs, which are up here. But me personally, I didn't feel comfortable taking that, to be completely honest. So from there, like once I saw this reaction off of this low inside this 15-minute gap, I was like, okay, you know what? We're definitely trending bullish. We've now inverted this 1 minute. So I was looking for a continuation long, right? So we did trade into like this gap over here. I'm pretty sure I couldn't get an entry off this. I'm trying to remember why I couldn't get an entry though. Oh, the reason I passed up on it personally, that's why. So we closed up here. The reason I did not take this, you said, is bro cold? Honestly, a little bit. But the reason I didn't take this one is because at the time we closed, ES had already taken the high. So like I feel like I like to be like extra conservative, and I like to go break even when either NQ or ES takes the most recent internal high. And there was an S&T at the high, so I was like, I'll just pass up on it. And I also thought I would have gotten stopped to break even, which at least the way I handled it, I was correct. Because I like to give myself these big stops with breathing room, and then I just go for like 1-to-1. So me personally, I would have gotten stopped to break even, but you could have easily had your stop up here. You could have had your stop, honestly, somewhere over here. But I didn't take that one. And then, did we get any more pullbacks? I'd be forgetting. Yeah, and from there, we didn't pull back into any 5 or 15-minute gaps, except for really close to the end of my trading session. So, like, I stopped trading NQ at 11:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I saw we're trending toward this high up here. So we are in bullish order flow, but the other thing going against me is that high was SMT'd. So all that essentially means, though, is like, if we look at ES, like ES already took out the high I'm looking to target. So I feel like highs that are SMT'd by nature are like lower probability. Like if we are moving in bullish order flow, one of them is going to have to hit that high first, and it's not always going to be the one you're trading. If that makes sense. So it's not like I don't see every SMT going against me and immediately think, oh, I need to give up my bias. But it's not something I keep in mind, right? But also, though, I feel like we're getting so close to this high. I feel like even if a high is or a high or a low, I feel like if it's SMT'd. You said, bro, take care, bro. Another day. At least I'm green for the day. Have a good rest of your day, Vizit. Appreciate you stopping by. At least you got to trade too, right? Finally placed a trade. But I feel like the thing is, we're getting so close to these highs. Like, even if a high is SMT'd, once we start getting really close to it, that's when I get more comfortable targeting it. Because I feel like, I feel like price doesn't like coming very close to highs and not hitting them, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, so once we did pull back into this 5 minute, I just couldn't get an entry. I mean, like, there was no 30-second gap in here. Like, there were no gaps I could take an inverse off of, essentially. Like, I literally would have taken, like, theoretically, let's say we did open up some 30-second here and we closed through it. I literally would have taken that and it would have played out. There just wasn't a gap for me to take an inverse off of. But that was the New York AM session for Nasdaq. So I mean, another no trade day for me. I barely be taking any trades. It's better than losing, but it's like, it's low-key kind of frustrating sometimes, but at least I'm following my plan. And I know my plan works over time, but I'll go to gold. So I'm going to log in to remind myself my executions. Just getting my password. So when I trade gold, by the way, just in case you guys are wondering, I pull up like actual GC on the left side, and then I pull up MGC, which is micro gold futures on the right side. The reason I do that is because I trade micro gold futures, but like, I don't know if you guys have heard about me talk in the past, where like sometimes if like NQ and MNQ, so essentially minis versus micros, if there's a discrepancy where like, let's say the micro contract closed through a gap, but the minis didn't, I would always listen to the minis, right? The main contract, the bigger size one. So, oh, and I did not take a 1-to-2. I don't know why I have that like that. I took a 1-to-1. But, so essentially, why did I take this trade right here? So I was bullish. So on the daily, right, if you start on the daily, how did the previous day move, right? Previous day moved pretty bullish, right? We had, this wick down, we moved up. And yeah, you could say, oh yeah, well, Tim, we broke structure. look at this huge dump we had. And like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, you could use that same logic if we look over here, right? You see a huge dump, but then we're slowly trending right back up and we continue with the trend. Again, like, same thing over here, right? Like, if you ignore the right side of the chart, you see huge dump and you think, oh, well, we broke all this structure. But eventually, again, it's the same thing. We just keep trending up. Like, essentially, gold is just so bullish, right? So here, I know this looks like a big dump. I'm low-key expecting all this move to get faded, and we might come all the way up here to swoop this high eventually. Like, I could see that definitely. Especially if this daily fair value gap over here wants to get inverted. I'll become really bullish on gold if that happens. But, so the trade I took, right, so on the 4 hour, right, you can see we're trending up still toward these highs over here. 1 hour kind of has more structure. So on the 1 hour, I honestly was pretty conflicted on this trade, not gonna lie. This really wasn't the cleanest structure going into it. So we inverted this 1 hour fair value gap, right? There's literally not even a 2 hour fair value gap that's holding. On the 4 hour, we're not trading inside a 4 hour gap. So, and like, there's not even a 15-minute gap, because we even inverted this 15-minute gap over here. And I like to say that all my trades are delivering from something higher time frame, like a 5 or a 15-minute gap, or like a 1 hour gap, or I like to say we're delivering from something. So in this case, what are we delivering from? I feel like that's where it gets really tricky in this case. But the way I based this trade was, I was saying on the 1 hour, we have this volume imbalance down here. And honestly, I can't remember when the last time I've taken a trade based off of volume imbalance has been, honestly. But in this case, I just said, you know what, we're trending up. And this is also like a mitigation zone. Like, I feel like you guys probably haven't heard me talk about this much. But like, essentially, imagine like we're, where's my drawing tool? So imagine like we're trending in bullish structure. And then over here for a bit, right, we're staying in this range and we're chopping, right? Then we break out of this zone. So a lot of those like choppy zones, like, I don't know exactly why this happens, but like, it's like the same concept behind a breaker block, right? It's like if we have a zone we're chopping at, like an order block too, right? We come down, we retest the zone, and we continue in the original trend, right? So I was saying, you know what, where are we delivering from? We're delivering from this 1 hour volume balance as well as this mitigation zone. So then the main thing that made me like, I feel like I was back and forth about like, is this a clean enough setup for me to take? The main thing that pushed me over the edge to saying, yes, this is something I want to take, was just seeing how this 5-minute fair value gap formed, right? You can see we opened up this bearish 5-minute gap over here. We swept this low over here as well. And then we immediately inverted the gap, right? Like, so it's like, I guess you call it a 3 candle or 4 candle inversion. Like, essentially the first candle that could have inverted that gap did. And we also closed like perfectly through it. Like, and the last thing is we closed at the top of the body. Like, I also like inversions where the body closes at the extreme of the candle. Like, that's just showing we have extreme displacement going in my intended direction. So normally I go break even at the most recent internal high or low. In this case, I got exactly a 1-to-1 at the most recent internal high. So the second we closed through this 5-minute gap, I took a market order. So if you guys can see on the right side of my screen, I have MGC, which is the micros, because I did trade micros for this. So once that micro closed, right, I took that long. I targeted that high up there. So I just got my 1-to-1. So that was the trade I took last night in gold. So what, I took it at 21.05 is what? I suck at math. Oh, 9:05. Oh yeah, I took it at like 9:05, and I want to say it hit right before 10 p.m. Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't a bad trade. I like how I stayed green for most of it. It was easy on my psychology. Oh, and fun fact, I don't know if you guys saw that reel I posted. Well, I posted it like on YouTube too and TikTok, but when I took this trade, I was actually lying in bed with my cat. I clipped it. I was like, yo, I'm hitting TPs in Asia with my cat in bed. But, yeah, so that was the trade I took on gold. And I'd be taking one trade a day, honestly. I trade gold similar to the way I trade Nasdaq, where, like, if I take a trade and I win, I'm done for, like, the day. And then if I take a loss, I'll give myself one more shot to do, like, a retry if I'm confident in it. But if I take 2 losses, I'm always done for the day. So, yeah, Why not? I'll show you guys too. How much did I make? What? Account summary. I made $457.20. But this is eval. I mean, I'm pretty much like slightly in profit on eval. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I feel like I had a rough start with these gold accounts. And for the heck of it, I don't know why. I'll show you guys me locking out my accounts because I'm not taking any trades today. Why am I drawing a blank here? Yeah, manual lockout because I'm not taking any trades today. Dude, this calendar is disgusting. I've only traded one day this month and lost. You know, I know eventually my statistic has to rebalance itself. I know these accounts have had a horrible start, but that's the thing I always tell myself though. I feel like it's always helped me. Like I always say, the statistic eventually rebalances itself. Like, cause like I've done my back testing and I know there's periods where like I could go on bad losing streaks, I could go on really amazing winning streaks. But like when I say I have an X percentage win rate, which for me is like slightly under 70% or whatever it is, or like 70% on a good day, like that includes winning streaks, losing streaks, and we take that percentage from the end, right? So eventually, like, these are bad market conditions. There's eventually going to be really great market conditions where I'm eating day in and day out. Like, for example, November, December. I was eating in November, December. Like, I had such few losses. So it's like kind of what comes with the territory. But I don't think I got anything else to say. I mean, right, that was my Nasdaq breakdown, my gold breakdown. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes in case you guys have any questions. But that was pretty much all I've got to say for today. Yeah, and also, if you guys aren't in my free Discord, I do have my free Discord in that pinned comment. It's also linked to my profile. You guys are welcome to join there. Tag me anytime, ask me any questions. I definitely got to respond to some people in there today. Keep forgetting to do that. But, yeah, join my free Discord. Also, if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, I always like Alpha Futures. I have my discount code, which is code TIMB272. It will get you 10% off all evaluations, or if there's some better discount going on, it'll get you that as well. I said thank you. Yeah, of course, me time. Do I have anything else to say? Oh, and I expect, I don't know if how many of you guys are like regulars or not, but if you guys have heard me talk about my weather model video, where I'm essentially doing a video where I pretty much bought a prop firm account and only traded it based on the weather. Honestly, I think I should be uploading that pretty soon. I want to say I'm going to upload it Tuesday, my weather model video. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Yeah, but also, in case you guys are new here, I do live trade every single week, Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to trade Nasdaq. So if you guys are new here, definitely subscribe, hit that like button, pull up again if you guys like this. But I will be ending the stream here. I pretty much don't got anything else to say. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys that came by, hang out with me, trade with me, all that. I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.